is 8 days away. Let's focus on this one for now, though, as we are underway here in Devon. And Wednesday get us underway, and we'll kick the ball straight down the middle from Beadle, and it runs all the way through to Connor Hazard in the Plymouth goal. He will roll this one out quickly over towards the right-hand side. Talavierov will clear this one up front. Wednesday with some defending to do here. Top out by Charles over towards the left, and Ogbeta. And there's been a goal already in one of our games. As a shot comes in here, good save from Beadle, almost a goal here, as that was palmed away by James Beadle, Alex Miller, and an early sighter for Plymouth. That was a difficult one for Beadle to get down to in the first 30 seconds of the game. Ball over on that left-hand side. I think Wednesday fans originally were looking for a flag. Ball over onto the left-hand side, shot driven here by Plymouth again, goes just wide from Ogbeta. Good start for Doncaster Rovers there, good start from Plymouth here. Another shot on goal from the edge of the area, this time it was Ogbeta in an attacking position. Dragged his shot wide as Beadle was scrambling across his line there. It is a really good atmosphere here every game, isn't it? But they're sort of building off the way that their team have started, and they're attacking again down the left. Wednesday have got to stay sharp here. Ogbeta tries to go on the outside of Charles, who stays with him. It's gone behind, I think, has it? No, it's stayed in play. Chance in the 6-yard box, kicked away by Hatsase. A player goes down for Plymouth, but no foul there, no penalty. And Wednesday get away with that one. Moved inside towards Ingleson, who clears over the top, looking for Callum Patterson, headed back to the keeper. That was a let-off, Alex.
Certainly was. Hairy moment, and we know that ball coming into the box for Wednesday caused them so many problems. It's just a case of taking the responsibility, dealing with it. That's what Danny Rills said. Yeah, brave call, isn't it, to bring Dominic Iorfa in for a start. He's not played for such a long time, and we know his history with his body and that sort of thing, but that's what you get from him. I like him at right back. He's played the majority of his football over the last few years at centre half, but he's got the attributes there.
Kept in here by Ingleson, gets his cross in, still going Ingleson. Now he lifts it into the box, Gassama's there, and he scores for Sheffield Wednesday. Great work from Svante Ingleson to keep it in, his ball into the box, and Jeddy Gassama was there for a tap-in. It's Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
Yeah, cracking goal, good work again from Svante Ingleson. He's been in and out of the squad, hasn't he? Or certainly the line-up throughout the season, but picking up that ball in that little quadrant on the left-hand side, he's such a threat. Big, powerful unit. Miscontrolled, didn't he? But managed to get it back down, and JD Gassama, those are the sort of runs that I think he was lacking. He was a little bit meek and mild in last season. You'd understand that, young lad coming to a new country, but that driving run, that hunger to get in there, and he's made the most of a little bit of lacklustre Plymouth defending, but 1-0 Wednesday.
Wednesday have it here on the right-hand side. Windass in towards Charles. Gassama. Windass. Here's Windass for Wednesday, in towards Ingleson. He's found Charles. Charles with a chance for Wednesday. He's put it just wide. For a minute there, I thought it had sneaked in at the near post, but it was a good passing move from Wednesday. A couple of players having a touch, Alex. And the shot, in the end, just wide.
Yeah, really smart stuff in a tight area from Sheffield Wednesday. We've seen that from them.
So a free kick then, which Sorinola will take on the near side. Green shirt rippling in the wind as he steps up right-footed. It's not beaten one of the smallest men on the field, Bannon, as it's headed away by the Scot. In goes another cross, this time downward header by Ihekwe, onto the head of Max Lowe. Bit of a goalmouth scramble, and then the looping header from Plegas-Welo, who was on the left corner of the penalty area. It looped over everybody and drops behind for a goal kick. Who was just inside the box, but it's taken on by JB. JB drops his shoulder, wins it, loses it, tries to win it back, and here's Shea Charles glancing to the corner of the penalty area, trying to slip it in behind towards Gassama. No way through, but Wednesday can stay on the front foot here. Bannon slips the short pass to the near side. Ingleson, Charles is in there making a nuisance of himself, and the ball goes out of play for a throw into Sheffield Wednesday.
Worth saying on Bannon, look, he's had halves of football where he's been spraying passes around and beating men and really controlling things. It's a different type of performance, but he's always been there. He's sort of been a little wasp in those tight areas, sort of breaking things up and making little passes. It's been a leader's performance, I'd suggest. Yeah,
so much so. Here on Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield, Ingelsson centres the ball. Patterson looked in the mood. Patterson has now scored a right-footed finish, an excellent cross from the left-hand side, and there was the Scot at close range as Sheffield Wednesday take a commanding 2-0 lead here at Plymouth.
And how impressive they've been. We've seen the ebbs and flows of the game. Plymouth have fought their way back into it in stages, and they've managed to grab back control, and a great desire again from Callum Patterson. We've spoken already about his mood, albeit we're judging that from 80 yards away, but he's played with a bit of snarl and a sense of anger about him. Just got in there. It's fine work again down that left-hand side. Wednesday have been particularly strong in there, and a good finish from Callum Patterson. His
fifth goal in 10 games. Great stuff here from Sheffield Wednesday down at home park.
He will go back to Beadle. Beadle's slightly mishit this one, and it hangs in the air. It bounces down. A Plymouth player will head it on as far as Hatsuse, who's over on this right-hand side at the moment, having taken the corner. Still inside Wednesday's half, headed on towards Paul Valentin. Valentin tries to wriggle away from a couple of tackles here, goes down. Ref says no foul on this occasion. Kicked forward by Plymouth, but it's awful. Just kicked straight at Dominic Iorfa. Iorfa looks up, pinged in towards Gassama. Now Windass in midfield. Windass will run forward. Smith's making a run. So is Gassama. Slipped through to Gassama. It's Jenny Gassama! It's 3-0 for Sheffield Wednesday. Work through. Gassama slides to his knees in front of the corner flag. Runs over to that away end and receives the applause and the adulation from the Sheffield Wednesday fans. This has been a spanking here in Devon. It is Plymouth 0, Sheffield Wednesday 3.
What a fabulous finish, what a fabulous goal from Sheffield Wednesday. A very cool celebration from JD Gassama, just sitting himself on the advertising hoarders there in front of the away end. There's going to be some picture out of that one, but what a finish. We've spoken a lot to Danny Röhl about the improvements that JD Gassama's made throughout this season, and one of them's the strength. He rode the challenge there, smashed it past Conor Hazard. And what a ball, by the way, from Josh Windass. This has been another quiet performance from Josh Windass by his standards. Fantastic little ball through. That's the quality that he's got.
And it's 3-0 to Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, the more optimistic Owls on what is a good trip down to this part of the world. Usually people combine it with a stopover, don't they? But I dare say few would have expected a scoreline quite like this, as Shea Charles loses out in a 50-50, but the ball will break through to Smith, who rounds fired it underneath the legs of Conor Hazard, who was racing out, legs spread, just managed to catch the ball, which put the brakes on the shot on goal, and Plymouth get back and clear it away.
Yeah, a good bit of goalkeeping that, to be fair. I think we'd see on the replay that Michael Smith struck it well. It looked on this angle that Hazard had to really push his leg out there.
If Wednesday can add a clean sheet to that, to the 3 goals that they've got down at the other end, it will be a job well done. Maybe even a fourth, as Michael Smith just tried to take it away from Katic in the D. Here's Gassama, who gets a lucky break after a misstep on the near side. Here's Valentin, veering away from attentions placed on him by Puhac, who gave the ball away. And it comes Smith! And virtually on the penalty spot, although 3 defenders in green were converging on him, Michael Smith scuffs the shot wide of the keeper's post.
Little moment down here. JD Gassama turned, I think it's Katic, isn't it, the big man at the back for Plymouth. And I think the suggestion is that he gave him a look.
Smith's having his shirt ragged by Paulson as his possession is dispossessed. Then Michael Obafemi has a little bit of a duel in the middle of the park with Nathaniel Shalabar, who concedes the free kick. Wednesday leading by 3-0. Liam Palmer levers it away from the edge of the penalty area, and Sheffield Wednesday get a fine win over Plymouth Argyle.